Hayden Christensen. Well, speaking of him, he was interviewed recently by Total Film, and he was asked about the lightsaber duels and the fighting style of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series and how they compare to the prequels versus, say, the original trilogy. This is what Hayden said. He said, we're more in line with the prequels than we are with how the fights are in the original trilogy. These characters have aged, but not that much yet. He goes on to say, we're adding more connective tissue so that it has to line up. That was something that I was cognizant of even when we were doing the prequels, and knowing that there's someone else that's played this character before me and after me, and we have to find something that feels right. I spent a lot of time watching all of the Star Wars stuff I could, from the original films to the animated shows, Clone Wars, Rebels, and all of that. So, prequel style fights back for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I mean, we basically got that in the sequels too. Like, maybe they tweaked it a little bit, but it was those were pretty acrobatic fights. Especially
they were good. I've seen the prequel fight so many more times.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. I know them a lot better than the sequel ones, and I'm more kind of nostalgic towards the prequel ones and the music behind them and all that stuff. That's a curious question to ask. I feel like there's only one way to answer it.
Well, I think with lightsaber choreography, I think there was a general progression from A New Hope to Return of the Jedi, and then from Phantom Menace up to Revenge of the Sith, of George just kept wanting to top himself, basically, with the choreography and how crazy it could be, culminating in, Battle of the Heroes, which is just, looking back, it's amazing. It's seeing what Ewan and Hayden did is amazing. What Nick Gillard was able to pull off was just astounding, but also it's freaking ball. It's just all over the place, and there's so much going on, and how fast they are. And you get to the sequels, and I think it's more kind of stepping off the gas a little bit and just like, okay, let's get things. I think actually sequels probably don't get enough credit for like striking a balance with like more realism, more like, because like if you watch, especially like that fight in like, Last Jedi, it's like Rey's, she's powerful, but she's not that powerful. She's kind of getting her ass kicked. And then you have Kylo, who's just like mowing through people because he's experienced at this. There's everything's tailored to the characters. I think I would actually expect more, sequel era type stuff in this show, because it'll be them, Ben Kenobi and Vader kind of slowing down a little bit. But I like Hayden is like, we're old, we're not that old. We're not that old yet, So I love that,
look at what Christopher Lee did at age 80 something in the prequel.
Look at what Yoda did at age 850 or something.
Yeah. Come on.
So in the Force, if you have the Force, the age is just a number. So who knows what they're going to be up to, but it's really going to be interesting to see like what Vader does. We've never seen, like, the closest we've gotten to like an acrobatic Vader is like, Rogue One. Which is not that acrobatic, but he's just faster and whatever else. And then you have, I guess what you have in Rebels, but he's very grounded in that. Even that, he does maybe a couple flips or whatever else. But this is going to be like having our Anakin in that suit, feasibly, how they're going to work that out and how Vader's going to behave, being that he's not a New Hope Vader. He's not Revenge of the Sith either. He's kind of in between.